Again with the statewide sprint, one of the richest foot races in the world as far as professional foot running is concerned. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get underway with the presentation of the runners for the 1983 statewide sprint. First prize for the winner is $5,000, second prize $600, third prize $300, fourth prize $150, and the other six finalists each receive $50. The final of the 1983 statewide sprint, we present the runners, and the first of them to come down the track, they're just getting ready there, and the first one to move down the track will be last year's statewide winner, the 1982 statewide winner, and that is Doug Gittins. Doug Gittins in the red and white jacket is running off 29 metres, endeavouring to make it 2 wins in a row, a brilliant winner last year. And Doug Gittins, ladies and gentlemen, running off the limit mark of 29 metres as he moves down the track. He's followed down by Michael Parks in the grey jacket from 23 metres. Michael has been performing very well in the heats coming up to the final today and looks a picture of fitness. He's self-trained, Michael Parks, and he's running off 23 metres in the grey jacket. Down the track now in the purple from 19 metres, Peter Kelly. Peter Kelly from Mildura, self-trained, impressive in the heats here leading up to today's final, and should be one of the popular fancies for the event. Next to come down in the brown jacket from 19 metres is Jeff Childs, trained by Kevin O'Neill, and Jeff ran third in the statewide sprint here last year. Jeff Childs in brown running off 19 metres. In the pink jacket from 12 metres we have Graham West, who's trained by Neil King. Neil has very strong representation of today's big race. He has 3 runners engaged, and Graham West is one of them. He's in the pink jacket and he's running off 12 metres. Next to come down in the yellow from 9 metres is Chris Pegg, the winner of the 1982 Ringwood Gift, trained also by Neil King. In the yellow off 9 metres is Chris Pegg. And in the green jacket from 9 metres we have Gary Crowell, the 1982 Athlete of the Year, winner of the 800 metres at Stawell. Gary Crowell is trained by Graham Goldsworthy. In the blue from Geelong, finalist in this year's Stawell Gift, John McGill, running off 7 metres. John McGill from Geelong running off 7 metres. And in the white from New York City, one of the great draw cards of the statewide sprint series this year is Al Green, running in the white jacket, and Al is running off 2 metres. Al Green, ladies and gentlemen. And in the red jacket, the scratch marker, backman in the field today, the 1983 Stawell Gift winner, Dallas O'Brien, trained by Neil King. And there's not much doubt this is one of the best final fields we've seen here at the Junction Oval for many years. And very shortly we'll have the runners called up onto their blocks. Great prize money here. The winner, the outright winner, receiving $5,000. And very shortly we'll have the runners called up and dispatched away. The back marker, Dallas O'Brien in red, Al Green in white. In blue, John McGill. Chris Pegg is in yellow. Gary Crowell in green. Graham West pink. Jeff Childs brown. Peter Kelly purple. Michael Parks in the grey, and Doug Gittins is in the red and the white jacket. Runners receiving instructions from the starter, Mr. Bill O'Connor, and we'll soon be ready to go. In this, the big sprint of the day here on Grand Final Day 1983, the final of the statewide sprint over 400 metres. So as we see the runners, the outmarker Gittins, Parks, and then Kelly, Charles, with West, Crowell in the green jacket, Pegg in yellow, McGill, Al Green running in the white jacket, Dallas O'Brien, and they're in the starter's hands. Ready and away to a perfect start, and Gittins was the early leader here from Parks. Running up quickly in third place is Kelly, and he's followed by Charles. A gap then to West, a bit further back is Pegg, and just in behind them then came McGill, who's running in the blue, and then there's a break to Al Green, who's next to last, and Dallas O'Brien in the red as they go down the back now, where Parks has taken the lead from Gittins, and making up ground very quickly around the outside. You'll notice there in the purple is Kelly coming around them very quickly, and so also McGill is coming home hard. And then there's a break a bit further back in the field of Charles and Dallas O'Brien and Al Green, and they're packing right up on the turn where McGill has taken the lead here, with Pegg coming after him quickly, followed further back in the field by Parks at the top of the straight. It's anybody's race, McGill, and here's Al Green. Al Green is flying down the outside. Al Green is racing home to an easy win. Al Green has won it. Kelly is second, and maybe Parks third ahead of Kroll, and followed home next in the event there by Gittins, and a long way back McGill, and the runners went over the line in a blanket finish with the exception of the outright winner. A magnificent turn of speed by the New York runner Al Green, taking out today's final. 48.41 was the time. 48.41, the time recorded. Magnificent win to Al Green, running off 2 metres. Second placing going to Peter Kelly, running from 19, and third Michael Parks, running off 23. That's the result, 48.1, and here's a very elated Al Green to chat with Tony Banks after his great win in today's 1983 statewide sprint final.
Thank you very much, John Russell, and congratulations to Al Green. Al, I think you had a few people con there. Off 2 yards, you come home like a house on fire.
Yeah, it felt good. Before the race, I felt really good, and I'm really glad I won. I'm happy.
You let Dallas O'Brien, the stall gift winner, go past you in the back straight. Was that your intention to follow him through?
Not really. I wasn't paying him too mind until he got past me. And he's a great runner, and I tried to stick with him, and I felt down the stretch I can catch him.
We've got the replay on right now as we come around the turn. And when did you make your break? Because you still seem to be a long way back.
I made my break at the pole. I seen how there were about 8 guys in front of me, and I just went for them. And I said, I think I have to beat me on the line.
But you went through them in about 10 yards. The next minute you were standing there in front of them and jumping over the line.
Yes, once I caught him with a couple of strides, after that I knew I had it. So I just tried to bring it home strong.
Al, you were a very popular winner here today.
Thank you. I appreciate the crowd being behind me, and I love it very much.
Good, Al Green. Tremendous effort. You're playing national basketball. You picked up $5,000 in athlete from this race here today, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Al Green. We'll go to a break now and be right back with the presentation.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll agree that it was a magnificent run by Al Green, not only today, but in the heat throughout the final series. And it's my pleasure to introduce a gentleman who will eventually make the presentation and congratulate our winner for today, the Chairman of Directors of Statewide Building Society, Mr. Stanley Jackling.
President Allen, the Honourable John Cain, Premier of the State of Victoria, ladies and gentlemen, Statewide Building Society, as its name readily implies, has an interest extending statewide. That interest is concerned not only with providing the traditional services of a major building society, but also with the welfare and the happiness of the people of this state. For many years now, Statewide has lent support to a wide range of sporting activities, and in this connection has maintained close contact with government and with major sporting bodies. So it is that over some years we have been delighted to be associated with the VFA Festival of Finals Football, and within that festival to sponsor last year and again this year the statewide 400-metre sprint. It has some significance, I suppose, in that it is the richest 400-metre foot race in the world. More importantly, however, it brings together, as it has today, the finest runners in Australia. To Channel 10 and to Radio 3UZ in particular, Statewide expresses its sincere thanks for the excellent coverage which has been given to this festival. To the VFA, congratulations on your ongoing service to the game of football. Al, from New York City, you are the hero of the moment. And to you, and to those who have run with you in this sprint, congratulations and best wishes. we are all delighted that the Premier of this state has honoured us with his presence today. I introduce to you, sir, Al Green, the winner of this year's Statewide Building Society 400-metre sprint, and I ask you to present the Society's first prize. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honourable John Kane.
Mr. Jackling, VFA President Alan Wicks, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, can I say how pleased I am to be asked to take part in this ceremony. The VFA Grand Final is always a great day for football followers, and it's made better by the presence of this sprint, this 400-metre sprint. It's become known as a sprint, and what a sprint it was today by Al Green to win it. I think everybody was thrilled by the great performance. My congratulations to those of all present, to Al, and to all who took part in a great race. Al, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
The winner's prize is a cheque for $5,000 and that very fine tray. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. Hope it don't bounce.
Won't bounce. You want to say something?
I enjoy coming over here from Adelaide. There's some great runners over here in Melbourne. It's the best run in Australia. And I feel very happy for myself to win this race. And good luck for next year to all the other runners here.
Well, thank you, Al. Al Green from New York City, and congratulations. And just before we leave here, I'd like to bring the Premier back. I know he was completely unbiased in the statewide sprint. I would also like to congratulate Statewide for the wonderful job they do for foot running in this state and for VFA football. But Mr. Premier, are you unbiased about the outcome of today's match?
No, a solid Preston supporter, Phil. Solid Preston supporter.
Thank you, Mr. John Kane. There it is.
There it is.
Preston all the way from the Premier. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.